Hi, sixth grade. Welcome back. Here we are, week 8 of this distance learning. And notice the beard is getting longer. Not shaving it till we get back in school. It's driving my wife a little crazy. It's kind of driving me a little crazy too because it itches. I don't mind the goatee. You might have seen me with the goatee like a year ago. Shaved it off though. Kind of like the clean, but it's COVID, so we have to wear a beard. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the good teacher appreciation. You guys were sweet. I got a lot of nice emails and just thank yous, and you guys have been really awesome and been really missing you guys. I mean, truthfully, I know you're not my kids, you're my students, but in a way, it's like kind of like we made this kind of classroom family together. And I miss you guys, and I miss being at school, and I miss teaching. And I'm really sorry that this year is ending the way it did. I know we were all looking forward to the Space Center and Renaissance Feast, and you guys have been working super hard for all that end of year fun activity. I guess the good news is you didn't have to take the Rise, so that's good. No pressure this year with that. But I am sorry, and I do miss you guys. I miss you guys quite a lot. And what sucks is I talk to you guys like electronically, and the best part about teaching is relationships. It's not so much the teaching, it's watching you guys learn, and doing it this way, it's okay. And I can see you guys are learning, and that makes me very happy, but it's less personal. And I miss being in the classroom, and I know you guys probably feel the same way. And it's really kind of hitting home to me that we're closing up the year. It's coming to an end really soon, even though you guys are still working hard, and I appreciate that. It's coming to an end, and it's going to be over, and it's a weird way to end it, and I'm really sorry about that. Good news is you can come see Mr. Frank at Evergreen. If you're going to Evergreen, definitely next year, come say hi. And yeah, so at least we'll have next year. Knock on wood, we don't do any more of this distance learning. And that means no one should complain about going to school. So funny story. And I know you're like, dude, Mr. Frank, this is a math video. Why aren't you doing math? Funny story. Okay, so we got out with this COVID thing right before spring break, right? Well, so many teachers were complaining, spring break's not long enough. I was probably doing the same thing. I want a long spring break. Well, I gotta, man, I'm not saying that. Like, I hope this kind of gives us some perspective, and maybe because we all feel it when school gets hard. It gets hard for students. It gets hard for teachers. And next year, when we get into that hard moment, let's just remind ourselves that, hey, it's good. It's good. School is good. It's fun. And it's worth it, because here we are kind of experiencing something that maybe if I was in school, I would have been like, yeah, let's take a couple months off. Yeah. It's been kind of sucky, hasn't it? Right? So next time when school starts getting hard, remind yourself, hey, you lived through this COVID-19 pandemic, and you kind of get a new perspective, a new appreciation for things maybe you didn't appreciate. All right, enough of my philosophy. Roach-Crest Raccoons, let's get to work. All right, so today, our really last thing I want to teach you guys with area. We're going to spend 2 days on this because this one's a little harder. It's same where we're going to follow a formula, but today we're finding the area of trapezoids. That's our big thing, is the area of trapezoids. So let's look at our first problem here. And before we do this complicated one, I'd like to do this easier one. We'll move my face over here. Okay, so we have this area of a trapezoid. We have this trapezoid here. And first off, what is a trapezoid? Well, it's a quadrilateral. When I say quadrilateral, it has 4 sides, right? But how is it different than a parallelogram? Yeah, good. It has 1 or 2 congruent sides, right? Like this side and this side, they're not the same. This side and this side, they're not the same. So this one only has one parallel side. It has 1 congruent side. None of the sides match. So it's basically a box where maybe you have 2 sides that are the same, but you have 2 sides that are not the same. Okay, so we have this box here, this trapezoid. Say that with me. It's a fun word. Trapezoid. Okay, cool. All right, so we have a base of 9 centimeters. We have a height, 3 centimeters. Tells me right there the height. And we have another base of 5 centimeters. Okay, so how in the world do we solve this? Well, world of formulas. And guys, I know when I was in math class, I remember my teacher being like, we have a formula to learn today. And it was super boring, right? I was like, oh. And my brain was like, oh, a formula. I can't handle more formulas. Tell you though, formulas are your best friend. They are. They make math so much easier. Just like when you're cooking, like if I have all these ingredients on my table, boom, 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 boom. Is it easier for me to be like, all right, maybe I'll put some in here, put some here, and throw this in? I might not get a good meal and it might end up tasting really crappy, right? So I follow a recipe. The recipe's easy. All right. I look at my recipe. 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 pinch of salt. Okay, and I keep doing that, and it tastes good, right? Yum, yum. Okay, same thing with a formula. Formula is just a math word for recipe, and we're going to follow it so our math answers are good, so they taste good, because if we just guess, like we do in a recipe, it's not going to turn out very well. All right, so let me show you the awesome formula for trapezoids. Ooh, my friends at Google here, you type in formula to find the area of a trapezoid. Shows you. Now, it gives me a cheat. You can use a calculator. Please use a calculator. But for this, you can. Just like in statistics, you can use a calculator. This one you can as well. On the test, if we were taking the RISE test, they would have given you a calculator, actually. So go ahead and use it on these ones. But anyway, I don't want you to use the Google calculator, though, because the best, most important part of this lesson is just to get these formulas in your head. To say, all right, what is the formula to find the surface area of this? Well, this is a parallelogram, base times height. Done. What is the formula to find this shape, the area of this shape? Well, it's base times height, and since it's a triangle, I know it's half of a parallelogram, so I'm going to divide by 2. Excellent. Okay, next formula. Look at this complicated looking formula. You can read this. You are superb, sublime, excellent. All right, so we have, and let me be the math teacher, and if you already know what this means, you're awesome. Take a sec, see if you know what it means. Okay, if you don't, that's okay. I'm going to help you. So we have A plus B. Remember, this is division. Fraction just means division. A plus B divided by 2 times H. Excuse me. All right, so what does A and B mean? Well, if I look at this diagram, A plus B, okay, divided by 2 times H. H is height. So base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times the height. Bam! That's the secret recipe. Boom! We can do all these problems now just by using this. We can just add the 2 bases, divide by 2, and times it by the height. And then we are done. Simple as that. So let's do our first problem here. Whoa, wrong button, Mr. Frank. First problem here. Okay, here we go. Move that handsome portrait out of the way. All right, so A is 9 centimeters, or base 1 is 9 centimeters. B is 5 centimeters. So what's 9 plus 5? 14. Good job. All right, excellent. Okay, now I'm going to divide that by 2, right? What's 14 divided by 2? 7. Good. And then we need to times it by the height. What's the height? 3. What is 7 times 3? A plus for you. It is 21. Great job. All right, good. Now, some of the ones you're going to see are going to be like this. They're going to give you some grid paper on, I think it's number 1. It's actually going to do this. It's going to give you grid paper, and you're going to actually need to count the units. This one, it gives me the units, but you're going to actually have to count it to figure it out. So we'd say, all right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. So it's 6 wide. Now notice that this whole box isn't covered, but the whole bottom is. So I'm going to include the whole thing there. So I got 6 wide. To count height, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And here I'm going to go 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there we go. That's how I figure that out, which it's already done for me. All right, what is the formula? Everyone say it with me. Base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times the height. Get that in your heads. All right, so what is 6 plus 3? 9. Good job. What's 9 divided by 2? We get a funny number there, don't we? All right. 9 divided by 2, we're going to get a decimal. 9 divided by 2, 4.5. Okay, so now we take our 4.5, and what are we going to do? Times it by the height. Times it by the height. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to say times it by 4. And I get my awesome answer, 18. So this has an area of 18. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is easy as that. Use that formula and have some fun with it. It is geometry, so have some fun with it. Again, miss you guys, miss being in classroom, and just nice job, sincerely. Nice job working really hard, you guys. Been so impressed with you guys. I've been bragging to my family. They're like, oh man, I bet you have to do a lot to make your kids do the work. And I'm like, dude, my kids love to do the work. They love to learn, and they're going to be the new doctors and lawyers and architects and pilots and whatever you guys want to be, because you guys, you can be whatever you want to be. And I hope that you, even if you don't know what you want to be, it's okay. Again, I thought I knew what I wanted to be from age 2 to about 20, which was a commercial pilot. And then I found that the life of a commercial pilot kind of stinky, at least with the family time. So I didn't want to be that. So I became a teacher at 20, and I love being a teacher. I really do. It's a great job. It's been really good to me and my family. And again, really miss you guys and really love those relationships we built this year. And I hope you say hi to me in Evergreen. But even if you know what you're going to be, life might change. And I tell you, I would never, even if someone said, Mr. Frank, here's a flight. I already have my license, but here you can go be a Delta pilot. I wouldn't do it. Not for the money, not for the benefits, not worth it, because what I do is so much better. And I hope that you find something that you guys are as passionate about as well. All right. It's a lot of philosophy going on in this math class. Sorry about that. We'll catch you guys later.